I think one of the most common things that a lot of the retail ISDs and other owners of lighting infrastructure aren't aware of is the hidden risks that they have for their individual structures. A lot of times that customers like to look at the pole itself and what they can see from the naked eye. If they look at a pole and they don't see any visual issues, they think that the pole is okay. But the biggest problem is that a lot of times you'll have corrosion or you'll have cracks. It could be on internal. You're not actually seeing it from the naked eye. And that's where EXO comes in. We specialize in utilizing NDT methods, which is non-destructive testing. We can come through whether we're using ultrasonics or mag particle testing or liquid penetrance. We have ways of being able to turn around and actually see and determine truly what the structural integrity of a pole is, much further than what the naked eye can see. If a client ignores the problems, whether they're aware of those problems or not, the risk is still there. And that's the biggest problem that we have, because ultimately the biggest problem is that that pole can end up failing. And typically these lighting structures are going to be in heavily populated areas. Whether it's a sports field with little kids running around, or if it's a parking lot with people just trying to go about their day shopping, there's a really good chance that if that pole fails, it's going to fall either on a vehicle or even worse, on an individual. And that's what EXO is trying to prevent. We're trying to come out and inspect these poles, provide you with a health rating index to tell you exactly how secure that pole is and whether any type of remediation is needed. So there's 5 main components that make up every light that we or structure that we inspect. We've always focused on the actual pole itself. However, all of those poles, or a majority of them, are sitting on a foundation. And if that foundation itself is crumbling or deteriorating for any reason, it's not safe to put a pole up there. And so we finally do now have a solution in which we can go through and we can either do a complete tear out, but that's extremely destructive. If it's just having some cracks, but it's not necessarily so bad that it needs to be completely replaced, we have this new reinforcement technique that we can go out there and we can actually provide. It's a carbon-based wrap that goes around it, completely secures. It'll actually, or once it cures, it's actually going to be stronger than the original concrete itself, and it will resolve a lot of those individual issues without us having to go so far as to do a complete tear out and completely destroy somebody's parking lot and take up a week's worth of time. EXO is here to help in a number of different ways. We provide inspection and assessment of every structure. Not only can we turn around and inspect it, and we'll provide you with a health rating index, letting you know exactly what the issues are that we've identified. But we actually take that one step further. EXO also has the ability to perform remediation on site. All of our teams come equipped with all the equipment that they need to be able to immediately begin remediations and repairs of most of the findings that we come across. So if we find something while we're there, we can turn around and we can very often fix or certainly greatly improve any issues that we identify. Yeah, the biggest benefits that we provide to our clients is really we're extending the life of their infrastructure. First and foremost, we're going out there. They have invested in these structures for various reasons, whether it's just to provide lighting, it's to allow your shoppers to safely get back and forth. It's still an investment, and we're here to help them with that investment. The work that we do is going to actually extend the life of that investment, of that infrastructure. Of course, in addition to just extending that, again, we're also looking out for the safety of everybody. We're reducing your risk as well, because unfortunately, if you own one of those poles and it does fail and it causes damage, you are liable for it. And so EXO is here to come up with, we offer proactive inspection services on a recurring basis so that we can constantly go out and we can monitor and repair those issues, often before you're even aware of them. The good news is EXO is here to help. And what you can expect when EXO performs the inspections remediations on your structures, you can expect safety. Safety for your customers, safety for the students, safety for every community member that's actually using those lights. You can also expect savings. We're going to help save money as well as extend the life of those assets. If you're responsible for the facilities or the lighting infrastructure, EXO is here to help you. Please give us a call.